Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening, Mr. Bayu Sudibyo, as a lecturer of Digital and Optimal Control System. We are Group 2, and today we would like to present our topic entitled System Order and Sampling Time Determination in Digital and Optimal Control System. Allow us to introduce our team member. The first we have Mr. Rahmat Bagus Prasojo, and the next Miss Rizky Pia Intan Divya Cita, and then myself, Tristiawati. After that, we have Mr. Abdul Hakim, and the last we have Mr. Wahyu Reza. In this presentation, we will discuss how the concept of sampling time plays an important role in digital control system, especially in first order and second order system. All right, now let us move on to the background of sampling time. In the real world system, such as temperature, voltage, or speed, the signal produced are continuous or analog signal. However, digital systems such as computer or microcontroller can only process signal in discrete form. Therefore, process called sampling is needed, which is the process of taking signal value at specific time intervals. This time interval is known as a sampling time or T. Choosing the right sampling time is very important because it affects the accuracy and stability of digital control system. If the sampling time is too large, the amount of data collected becomes limited and some signal information may be lost. This condition is known as aliasing. On the other hand, if the sampling time is too small, the system becomes more accurate, but it requires higher computer resource. Therefore, selecting an appropriate sampling time is essential to ensure the system operates optimally. After the understanding the concept of sampling time, next we will discuss the criteria of selecting sampling time. For the first order system, the sampling time must be small enough so that the discrete response can closely follow the continuous system response. Meanwhile, for second order system, selecting the sampling time becomes more critical because the has faster dynamic and may experience oscillation. If the sampling process is performed too slowly, the original characteristic of the system may not be captured accurately. Therefore, the selection of sampling time must consider the time consistent, naturally frequency, and the dynamic characteristic of the system. Next, the Z domain will be presented by Mr. Hakim. Mr. Hakim, the time is yours.
Okay, we will continue the presentation. In this slide, we discuss about Z domain and its relationship to the S domain. In this slide, we discuss the relationship between the S domain and the Z domain. In the control system, continuous systems are analyzed using the Laplace transform, which operate in the S domain or S plane. Meanwhile, discrete systems are analyzed using the Z transform or Z-plane. These transformations are used to analyze the system stability, and the second is system response. In the Z domain, a system is considered stable if all pull in line inside the unit circle, meaning the magnitude of Z is less than 1. The transform become the foundation or the fundamental tool in digital control system analysis. Next slide. In this slide, we discuss the pool mapping between S domain and Z domain. The slide explaining the relationship of pull between the S domain and the Z domain. The mapping is defined by the equation Z equal e to the power of S time t, where t is the sampling time. The mean the every pull in the continuous system will be transformed into the Z domain after the sampling process. For example, if a pull in the S domain has a negative real value, which indicate a stable system, then in the Z domain, it will be mapped inside the unit cycle. In other words, stability in the S domain will the real part of S in less than 0. Correspond the stability in the Z domain where the magnitude of Z is less than 1. This shows that the sampling process preserves system stability when properly designed. Okay, the next. We go to this slide, discuss for first order system. A first order system is a system that has only one energy storage element, which result in the exponential response to a step input. The main parameter of this system are Q, which represent the system gain, and T, which is the time constant determined how fast the system respond. This example implementation, room heating thermal system, where the temperature rise slowly. And next example, water tank, level rise slowly. And the last example is DC motor. When gives the motor voltage, increases slowly. Okay, next. Okay, this slide, the sampling time in first order system. In this slide, we compare the continuous system and a discrete system for a first order system. The continuous system show a smooth exponential curve, approaching the steady state without any overshoot. On the other hand, the discrete system is represented by point obtained from sampling at specific time interval. If the sampling time is small, the discrete point will closely follow the continuous curve, resulting in more accurate representation. However, in the sampling time is too large, the graph becomes coarse and may introduce error. Therefore, selection and appropriate sampling time is very important in digital control system. Okay, the next slide will be presented by Mr. Wahyu.
Okay, this slide for second order system. Second order system has more complex dynamics compared to first order system because it involves two energy storage element. The behavior of the system is mainly determined by the damping region. Now, there are three main conditions. First, under them, the system shows oscillation and overshoot. Second, critical them, the faster respond without overshoot. And three, and the last, over them, no oscillation, but the response becomes slower. Other case characteristic of second order system are it may exceed the target value, which is called overshoot. It can oscillate before reaching steady state. It responds faster, but is more difficult to control. In industrial application, examples include motor position control, robotic arm, and mechanical system with inertia. So, second order systems are more realistic for many physical systems, but they require carefully parameter tuning. Next slide. Next slide. Okay. For second order system, selecting the sampling, this is more critical because the system dynamics are fast and may oscillate. If the sampling time is too large, important information may be lost. Aliasing can assure the digital response becomes inaccurate. The basic quit line comes from the Nyquist correction. The sampling frequency must be at least twice the highest frequency of the system. In practice, several rules are commonly used. For underdamped system, T is less than or equal to 1 over 10 omega. To present the response shape, T is less than or equal to 0.2 zeta divided by omega n. For example, if omega n equals 10 radio per second and zeta equals 0.5, then the sampling time should be less than or equal to 0.04 seconds. Additionally, a low-pass filter is usually applied before sampling to reduce noise and prevent aliasing. In a summary, the faster the system dynamics, the smaller the sampling time required to mainly accuracy. Next slide. When comparing first order, second, and two order system, there are separate key difference. First order system, smooth and stable response, no overshoot, no oscillation, and easier to control. Second order system, faster response, can have overshoot, can oscillation, and more complex and sensitive. In terms of application, first order systems are suitable for process like temperature control or tank level. Second order systems are commonly used in a mechanical system such as motor and robotic. In conventional, higher order systems provide fast and more dynamic response, but they are also more challenging to control and require more precious design. Next will be explained by Mr. Rahmat.
Thank you, Mr. Reza. Now I will continue the presentation. We know after we know the theoretical, now we need to simulation how the function is work. In first order, we take example in temperature, where the system model is can divided by time constant plus 1, and the input is step input signal. This is example how get power from 0% to 100%. And then the application is to control like a heating tank and other. The characteristic of this first order is slow response, no oscillation, stable behavior. From this characteristic, it can be model of this order system. Next. Now this is our program from MATLAB, where the section 1 clear and close all is defined to clear the screen, and the parameter system is gain is 10 and time constant is 5. Then we got the numeration and denomination from order 1, the transfer function. Then the figure is to figure out the response. Then after we run, the figure is output rise smoothly, exponentially, no overshoot, and reach steady state according to the value of k or gain. And then times determine speed of the response. And next, I will continue in second order. Next slide. In second order, we make example from mass spring and damper system, where the transfer function is m is determined in inertia acceleration, where C is damping, reduce and attenuation and motion. Then Q, spring constant, determine the stiffness of the system, where the transfer function is right here, where the Cs and Fs divided by Xs. One divided from Ms quadrat plus Cs plus K, where the input function in the form of the step input. Example are steering force applied of the system. For example, in industrial is like a facial suspension system, industrial motion vibration and conveyor system, where the characteristic of second order is presence of the acceleration or inertia, presence of damping, possibility of oscillation and overshoot. The system is modeled as second order is because it includes a second derivative. Next slide. Where in MATLAB program we do this code where the parameter is next, m is 1, c is 2, and k is 5, and then the transfer function is 1 divided by m to k. Then we plot the figure and we have a response like this. Where the characteristics of response is the output increases rapidly when the input is applied. Then overshoot is occurred. Then after in 5 seconds, the steady state is reached. The damping parameters is affect the level of oscillation. Okay, I think this is our simulation from order and second order, and then the next analysis will be continue with Miss Rizkitia. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ahmad. Based of response result of first order and second order system, the analysis results are as follow. At the first order system in temperature control, the step response show a smooth and gradual increase in output, and the system does not exhibit overshoot or oscillation. The output occurs and the steady state value assumptively. The response speed is determined by the time constant atau tau. A large tau result in a slower response while a small tau give a faster response. From the step info, overshoot approximately 0%. Settling time depends on tau, stable, and behavior. And order 2, or second order system at mass spring damper, the step response show a faster initial rise compared to the first order system, and the system exhibit overshoot where the output exceed the value. Oscillation occur when behavior depend on the damping consistency. For step info, overshoot more than 0%, settling time affected by damping, and peak time apart due to oscillation. Okay. Next. In damping time determination is as follow. The first order system produce a stable and smooth response without overshoot, making it stable for process such as temperature control where stability is critical. And the second order system exhibiting a dynamic response with overshoot and oscillation, which is a characteristic of system with inertia such as mass spring damper system. And third, The system behavior is strongly influenced by its parameter in first order. The time constant in tau control response speed. In second order system, the damping C determine the level of acceleration, while mass and stiffness affect for response speed. Therefore, selecting the appropriate system model depends on practical characteristic and performance requirements of the application. Okay, thank you for your attention. In conclusion, understanding system order and sampling time is essential for designing stable and efficient control system. We hope this presentation has provided clear insight for their characteristic and application. Thank you. And for the reference is in there. Okay, thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.